Hey New Worlders, it's Manny. In this video, I'd like to share with you my top 10 leveling tips for new players. If you have a tip I haven't mentioned, please share it in the comments below. Before we start, if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and ding that notification bell so you know when there's new videos. And if you're looking for someone to game with, you can find me and other players in the Militia Discord server. The link is in the description below. So one of the first things I'm going to say for leveling is pick up and read the journals whenever you find them. It's important because they actually do give you a bit of experience, you can see there. So that's the first tip, is make sure anytime you see them, just read them because they do give you a decent amount of XP. So as you can see, we hit level 2. So don't forget to assign your attribute points. We're only getting 2 points right now. So we're going to assign the 2 to strength. We're not going to worry about constitution right now. When you get 3. I typically do put 1 in constitution and whatever else in strength, but since I only have 2 goes into strength. Say I have 3 points, I'll put 2 into strength, 1 in the cons, and I'll just keep doing that. Once you get you'll get 4, you'll do 3 in the strength and 1 in the cons. That's just basically how I do it. So once again, we hit level 3, so we have 2 more attribute points. I'm going to put them both into strength right now. All right, so we're doing a quest right now to gather flint and some green wood to create our skinning knife. What we're going to do is gather a little extra flint and green wood, simply because what we're going to do is craft all of our tools. So first we're going to do craft the skinning knife like they want us to do. Then we're going to craft our mining pickaxe. Set active tool. Harvest sickle. Set active, and then flint logging axe. The only one we're not going to do is a fishing pole, and that's because it's not as important to do right now. All right, so get out of this. We got to equip these last 2 items, and so we have the harvesting sickle, flint, the knife, the pickaxe, and the logging axe. So make those 4 things here. Don't just make the skinning one, which is what you need for the quest. Make all 4 of them because it's very useful. Because we want to harvest everything we see. First of all, you get experience for harvesting. Second of all, it'll help us do some quests in the future. And since we made all our tools, we can actually harvest these herbs right now. And they gave us a little bit of XP as well. All right, so we got our first territory point reward, right? So these are important. These actually increase either gathering speed, your storage size, and things like that, well, in the area, in the zone. So we got one for Monarch's Bluff. So we go in here. Now, you got to prioritize what you want to get, right? So you can get standing gain. That's essentially the territory, 5% more. You have XP gain, which is 3% more, and then gathering speed, which is 5% more. Now, remember that once you hit max level, this XP gain is going to be useless. It's going to be worthless. And same thing with standing gain. Once you reach the highest territory standing, which is 300, it's no longer good. But I'm going to tell you right now, getting a few points in XP gain will actually benefit you in the short term, at least in the first part. There are 300, and there is diminishing returns where the higher these get, the less percentages you get from them. So you're not going to get 3% every time from XP gain. It will slowly go down where you'll get more fraction of percentages as opposed to a whole percent. So I'm going to choose XP gain first, just to help with the leveling. It does take a while to level. All right, so I got my second territory point. And if you look in here, you can do station fees, trading tax, or storage. I think storage is one of the most important ones because end game, trading tax not so bad, and neither is decreased taxing fees. But I personally believe that storage is the most important one to get. So when storage is available, I typically try to take that one. Once you get to level 5, you're able to equip a second weapon. It unlocks at level 5. So it's important to equip that second weapon. I'm a hatchet guy. I love the hatchet. I would suggest using the hatchet. And the reason I suggest the hatchet is I think it's one of the best weapons to level with, simply because it's passive heal. You go down the Berserker tree. After 3 points, you get the Berserking refresh, which is while Berserk is active, gain a portion of your health back every 4 seconds to a max of 30% of your max HP, which is excellent to have. It's passive, so even if you're not fighting anything, you can gain rejuvenate your health. It also does have a 20% movement Berserk mode speed, which is great. So you can actually run away from things if you want to, or chase things down. So I like the hatchet, but make sure you equip a secondary weapon at level 5. All right, so in order to level your weapons and get more talents for them, you actually have to kill creatures. So if I kill this boar, I got 5 hatchet mastery. Now, once we kill it, we also want to skin it as well. We want the leather. Very important early on to gather as much leather and different resources as you see them along the way, because you're going to use all these resources to help yourself level quicker using town projects, and I'll show you that in a little bit. Now, I equipped, I actually have a life staff. Oh, I should say, I'm sorry, a fire staff. I wanted a life staff. So we have a life staff equipped and our hatchet equipped. Now, life staffs is tough to level because if we look at our attributes, you can see strength is, you can actually see primary attributes for warhammer, great axe, sword, and hatchet. Secondary is spear and spear, right? Now, if we look down at focus, primary attribute for life staff. So in order to do more damage with the life staff, you have to use focus. Hatchet at strength. So you got to go strength or focus. I do want to eventually level my life staff. So how I'm going to do that is, first thing I'm going to do is equip my life staff. I'm going to tag this boar with a life staff once, and then I get my hatchet back, and we kill the creature with our hatchet. And you'll see I get 2 life magic mastery and 2 hatchet. So it split the difference. Even though I tagged it only one time, you can level your secondary weapon, something you don't use as much, by just tagging it once. Obviously, it's gonna, both weapons are gonna go up slower, but it's one way of actually leveling a secondary weapon. All right, so once you're made it to the town, you want to actually go over to the town board and accept every project. Hunt rabbits, 15 rabbits, feathers, that's from chickens. I often skip these explorers needed and just do the hunt ones. Acquire 250 water, that's a nice easy one. Fastener, so you gotta explore something. I typically skip those, but and the fishing ones I'll skip as well, and require 90 linen. The cooking ones, you can do them or don't do them. This one gets 300 XP. Dried meat samples, that's probably actually an easy enough one to do. But you can see this one is 90 linen, 1300 XP. That's a lot of XP. This one's 590 for 250 water, which is pretty easy to get. Grizzlies 690. Grizzlies are tough because there's probably not a lot around this area, but we should be able to get chickens and rabbits pretty easy. So accept all these quests, and you'll basically you'll finish these quests as you're doing other side story mission quests. Now, this isn't going to help you. This next tip is not going to help you level, but it's something I do just to quiet down the chat. So if you escape and you go into, we're set to global right now, and you hit this little cogwheel, it has all your channel settings. I mute every channel except company. No alerts, just to feed people typing things. Right now we're not in a company, but at some point you will be. But I mute everything else because I just don't care about hearing it. You can always, if you want to hear what's in the other channels, you can actually just select it and you'll actually see what's in there. So that's basically all it is. But otherwise it's muted. I just think it's useful, like, not to listen to other people. It gets very noisy and stuff, so I just mute it. All right, guys, so the last thing I want to discuss is, this isn't really leveling, but this is just general traversing the map quickly so that you can get from place to place as fast as you can. Is you do not have to worry about fall damage. The chances of you finding a place that you fall far enough to actually completely die is slim to none. For example, I'm level 9 right now, don't have a ton of health, but if I jump off this, pretty good fall, but very minuscule amount of damage. That wasn't the tallest thing to fall from, but just want to show you an example of do not worry about fall damage. So it is very mountainous. You can see these are mountains here, there's mountains over here, mountains over here. Now some of them you have to climb up, so you often have to go around, but other times you can actually shortcut your way across and jump down across the cliffs or valley, the cliffs or hills or mountains, as opposed to trying to walk all the way around all the time. So that's my last tip. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, please hit that like button and leave a comment if you have any questions. I'll do my best to answer them. If you want to see more content like this, then smash that subscribe button. You can also hit me up when I'm live over on Twitch at twitch.tv/Maniocrity, where I stream Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evening starting at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, New Worlders, happy hunting.
Speak with the... Oh, I think so. As rowdy and demanding as they can sometimes